What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Slumpy. We're here at Gabby's Olympic Cards and Comics doing a deck profile for, what is your name?
Jorge Garcia.
Jorge. And what did you do at Seattle Regionals last weekend?
I got top 4 with Guru.
The Guru Control, man.
Yeah, dude.
What made you decide to actually play that deck over like all the other decks?
Well, I actually hadn't played for like a month before it, and it was last second, and I wanted to go with something that I was comfortable with playing, and I've played Guru quite a bit for the past few months.
Okay. And what were your matchups like?
So I played one Mystic Mind Draco guy, one Salamander deck, one Mirror Match, one Pendulum Edidium deck, the new Pendulum deck, and then 4 variations of Danger, Orcus, Thunder Dragon.
Oh, wow. And were there any notable rounds in between those?
The last round that I played, the one that actually won me my top 4 placement, we had a Chain Link 7 between me and the Orcus player.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so I Guru'd, he hand trapped me, I called by the grave the hand trap, he Ghost Spelled the call by the grave, I Phoenix the call by the grave, and he called by the grave my Phoenix, and then I final battled to where my effects couldn't be negated, so I ended up winning the whole Chain Link.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That's
was fun,
pretty crazy.
And then
man.
he just gave me the handshake after that. He's like, "You got the match, dude."
All right, man. Well, let's go ahead and do some shout outs real quick.
So shout out to Joel for lending me his Field Center. He's really into Mortal Kombat, and he told me I had to play because this is his new waifu. I don't know. So I played that every event. I made sure that this was always out. People were really nice about it, so I didn't have to be rude about it. And I don't know, I guess it was just lucky. And shout out to G, Churchill, and Hunt for lending me cards and them driving me up there, because I really didn't want to drive all the way to Seattle. Also, shout out to Genesis for doing the deck profile. It's really cool of you guys. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and get to this deck profile. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get to this deck profile.
All right, so starting with the monsters, I played the 3 Guru Boys. Best card. The 3 Phoenixes. You just have to play them. Staple. The one-ups is the Archer and the Umastrix.
How was the Umastrix for you?
It was actually really good. There was a time where I was grinding in my last round versus the Orcus player. I was a little bit behind because he had the Rusty and another guy out. I could have searched the Guru, but I ended up just searching the Nemesis Archer, crashing it, and then setting the Behemoth. And because of that, he kind of like panicked a little bit because he wasn't sure how to out it at that point, because it was a pretty simplified game state. And it ended up helping me come back in that. Like, I was actually about to fold that game 1, but I ended up coming back because of it. So a lot of people are cutting it, but I think that's incorrect. It's potentially 4,700 beater that banishes, so I don't know what they're doing. Continue with the monsters, the hand traps. I play 3 Ash. I think it's the best hand trap still. Does too much. I played 2 Valor because I heard that Orcus was really good, and I'm glad I played Valor because it's really good versus that matchup. Unless they have a call by the grave, then it sucks. Going for spell cards, I played the staple 3 Hidden Cities. Just makes the deck go. The 2 Terraforming. Play 3 if it wasn't semi-limited. Played the spicy 2 of Pots because I didn't want to buy a 3rd one. But
Did you ever miss the 3rd one, or did
I
you ever
did.
where
I
you
really
didn't draw it enough?
Yeah, I didn't draw it enough this event. I only drew it like back-to-back top decks versus the mirror match, and I ended up blowing him out because of it, because I just kept drawing while he was falling behind. But other than that, I did miss it. I did not see it that much in Seattle. Played the 3 Duality because I don't have the 3 Pots of Extravagance, but I'd still probably play 3 and 3 if I had the 3rd. This card, Called by the Grave, I still think it's really good. A lot of people were telling me not to play it, but it does too much. Like, it hits graveyard decks, Orcus is out and about. It just does too much outside of just hitting hand traps. I played the 2 Super Folly because Konami let me.
The win button.
Yeah, the win button. I almost scrubbed out round 1 to the Pendulum Edidium player because he like made up his big board and everything. And then I just made this with like Starving Venom, and I just ended up beating him. But that deck was scary too. But Going into the, except for the spells, the traps, play 3 Final Battle. A lot of people only play 2. I don't know why. It literally has 4 different effects. So, like, it just does. It's not bad hard drawing it because you can hard draw this and then you can just search whatever you need, whether that's Venus or something. It just keeps you going. I also played the 3 Solemn Strikes. Just needed extra stuff for helping me go first outside of just Venus negating. The Floodgates, there can be only one. It's really good for Salad in some decks. That's the only time I ever drew it was versus a Salad player, and I 2-0'd him because of it.
Was there any other Floodgates that you played that you wanted to play that you would rather play this over, Al? Or was it just like, this is the correct one for you?
No, I think this is about it. I didn't have any other room in the main deck for other Floodgates, and I feel like this hits almost everything. Maybe goes in match, right? But I don't know. I didn't want to be too reliant on Floodgates. As long as I can keep my advantage going for card advantage, I feel like I would have been fine. The 2 Crackdown, I got these last second. They're all right. I didn't like it too much because I felt like I was only good when I was like falling behind. But I also didn't know if you stole the monster and you Guru flipped it and then you put it back up the next turn, you would keep it and it could attack. So maybe if I knew that, I could have played with it better.
Maybe a third one in that instance.
Yeah. And then the last card is the spicy one of Infinite Impermanence. I was actually going to play 2 random other cards, but Churchill said that he had an extra Infinite Impermanence if I wanted to play it, and so I did. And it actually helped. It was really huge versus 2 of my Orcus players. I just Impermanence their Mermaid, and they kind of just passed.
Okay, how many cards in there?
40.
40? Alright, let's go ahead and get to the extra deck.
So the extra deck, it's mostly super poly targets. 2 Salad Boys for Thunder and pretty much Thunder. Sometimes just Dark decks, I would make this, and if I drew the second Super Poly, I would use this guy itself and one other Dark Monsters to make a second guy. So that was fun. 2 Starving Venoms, just for more stuff for Thunder and Orcus, and it's huge versus the Pendulum guy. The 2 Mud Dragons. For the random Cyber Dragon player. I didn't play any though. More Thunder targets. The random Prank
one?
Yeah. 1 Link Karibo, and this was a Link Spider, but I don't have it with me right now.
Okay.
Shout out to Luffy for lending me his Link Spider. The reason I play these, because sometimes you break really bad and all you can do is just Venus, so you just make Link Karibo. But I was playing versus Hunt a lot, and he was playing that Dino Lost World version deck. And when Lost World's up, I can't do anything. So I played Link Karibo to get rid of the token. And then I played the random Link Spider, so if for some reason he cherried my Link Karibo, I could still play.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you miss anything in your extra deck at all? I know you don't really use it for too much. But, was there any like targets that you want to play for Super Poly that you missed?
Not really. I think 2 of mostly everything is the right way to play it. I did banish both of my Chimeras versus the Salad matchup, and I duality'd, and I still grabbed because the other two cards are pretty dead. I still grabbed Super Poly, and he knew I had it, so he was scared to commit. So I set my Super Poly, he knew I set it, and he didn't overextend because he was scared of getting Chimera'd, but I didn't have one anymore, so it was just there to scare him. So that way he didn't set up a big board, and then because of that I was able to like push back the next turn and come back.
That's awesome.
But yeah.
Alright, side deck?
Side deck, I think the best side deck card right now.
Crazy
I think.
drops, yep.
Crazy
Definitely
Drops.
3-0.
You always have to play. This guy always came in. He even came in sometimes when I was going first. If I was playing like against a deck like True Draco or something that had big monsters, it's pretty good. The 3 Lancias, every game it came in against the Orcus, Thunder Dragon, Danger players. It was pretty big. I didn't draw it a lot. I only drew it against Abraham, and it was pretty huge against him. But other than that, I didn't really draw it.
Okay.
2 of this, just because I didn't know what other 2 cards to play. And I felt like in a slow deck like mine, sometimes if I can set this and actually plus off of it, it would gain me a lot of advantage. I only drew it against Manav, and he OTK'd me through it. So yeah, it was fun. He was my only loss. I was 7-1, but he went die roll, set up like 5 negates. I couldn't do anything, and then the second game I went first. I drew really bad. All I could do was summon Guru face up, so I had a Venus negate, and then I flipped this up, and then he OTK'd me.
Okay.
But it was cool. I don't even know what he was playing. Like he was playing Thunder or something. It was crazy.
Was there any like notable cards that he was playing in there?
I didn't see anything different. I was kind of beat up because it was only round 4, so I was kind of annoyed that I had to play him so early.
But you were undefeated after that. So
yeah, he was my only loss. He was my only loss.
Go ahead.
Played 2 summon limits. They always came in when I went first against like combo decks. I didn't draw it. I think I only drew it 1 round, but it was pretty good against that one Orcus player. I played 2 evenly matched because I don't have a third, and I still sided it in versus like Salad and like Draco. You can still win your games, but it's not that crazy anymore. But against Salad, if you have like the Pranker-Tops and evenly, you just summon it, attack over, then pop the guy, bait out the trap card, and then evenly them. But that didn't come up. And then my spicy tech that I added like literally last second as I was fixing my deck. I knew I was going to lose game 1 to Mystic Mine every time, so I just sided in these cards, and I happened to draw it against the Mystic Mine player, and he lost in time, which was pretty funny since he was playing that deck. But
did it ever come out to where you wanted to play that card against like Sky Striker, like other matchups?
I would side it in versus Sky Striker. I didn't play them, but I sided in versus the Mirror, and I drew it, but I was so far ahead against him that I didn't need it. But it was really... It would have been really good because you just pop City. You can pop the trap card when it faces up, and it'll just go to the graveyard because it's getting popped. So it's pretty cool. That's pretty much it.
Well, thank you for the deck profile. Much appreciated. Congratulations. This is what, your second top 4?
Yeah. My last top 4 was a while ago, but I don't really go to regionals that often.
Okay. All right, man. Well, congratulations again. Thank you so much for the deck profile. This is Slumpy Slumping out.
Cool. Thank you, man.